Oh, good for you. And how was the starting of the podcast?
It's starting now. Go ahead, Ben.
Okay.
Boom, 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 bam. Yeah.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Hotspot Gamer Podcast, the only video games podcast that reaches to you from around the globe to reach to you around the globe. Hi.
To give you a reach around the globe.
That's kind of gross. Anyways, hey everybody, how's it going? Ben K. Severed here with you as always, and we have B-Side today, who's staring at his PlayStation 4.
Yeah. Hi.
Liam's with us. Mike is not showing his face because
Well, I figured, this would help my audio and not take all my bandwidth away.
You're sure not? You're just not ashamed of all this horrible scarring. Anyways, and we also have Hydra back with us again.
Yes.
How are we doing, Hydra?
What's up?
And from the looks of it, we have a jam-packed fucking show today. This is gonna be fun. We have a lot of shit to talk about.
We're going balls deep, people. All the way to the elbow.
Wow.
Wow, balls to the elbow? That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, you're just
How
full
low?
of it today.
How low do your balls sag? Balls to the elbow.
Hold on.
Put it away, Liam. Put it away.
Wow.
I'm
Alright.
South African after all. All you have to do is ask Hydra.
Well, I
Yeah.
guess
Crazy people.
we'll start off with a bit of an announcement that we have. Our good friend Andre here has gotten us a guest for next week, so we're going to go ahead and announce it. Who do we got coming up, Andre?
We've got William Scher. I think that's how you pronounce it. Not sure. I hope I pronounced it okay. He's the developer of Manifold Gardens. It's a indie game, basically, but it's based off Escher. So it's, if you know Escher, the art of Escher. It's all upside down. Staircases and so forth, and everything. It's like an adventure puzzle game. So it looks interesting. It looks awesome. So we've got him next week, which is awesome.
That's
Yep.
very cool. Very
Yep.
cool.
Good call on that one. B-Side, why are you sitting next to a screen with Minecraft on it?
For Mike. That one's for Mike.
Oh, okay.
He
All
hates
right.
Minecraft.
So we got that going on. That's
I'll
freaking
change
awesome.
that for you guys.
We're gonna have next month I think we're gonna have a guest who is he does community relations for Gearbox.
We've had him on before.
Nice.
We can't say his name,
I know that.
not
I
yet.
could just say that we've had him on before.
He has been on the show before though, and we will be having him back for his triumphant return to the podcast.
Yay!
Yay! But that'll be next month, sometime next month, probably late in February. But we're racking up the guests now, so this will be awesome. We're almost like a professional podcast now.
Don't get too
Oh my
crazy there, buddy.
Yeah, don't say that, Ben, because people will be awfully disappointed.
Dude, if they've been listening to all the episodes so far, what are we on, 68 now?
You can
They're gonna be-
technically listen from episode 2 to now, but you can never listen to episode 1.
And you'll be disappointed the entire time.
Exactly.
Oh, hold on. Since you got that on the screen, I'll just put my shirt out for you. There you go. That's right.
Okay, I guess we're going to get Call of Duty out of the
Are
way.
we talking about Call of Duty
I'm not.
again?
Well, do you know what?
It's becoming the destiny of this podcast.
No. Do you know why? Because this came from Ben. Yes, this came from Ben. Out of
Okay.
Oh, burn!
It
I'm
did come from me?
disappointed in you, Ben. I'm
Oh,
disappointed
shit.
in you.
I forgot I was going to talk about it.
Burn!
I got like 3 other topics on a different game that we might mention
Wow.
later. But yeah, Call of Duty Awakening DLC is coming. The news was that it was delayed, I believe.
Don't say that.
It was delayed
No.
until February. Yes.
Well, it was supposed to come out February 2nd. Or
Yeah, it was.
3rd.
I think it was delayed further into February, just like a week or 2 weeks or something like that.
Interesting. I'll have to look into that.
I don't have it pulled up in front of me.
Well,
I have
this
other
is a
shit.
good thing because it gives people less time to get ready for the tournament. So it works better.
That's true. But yeah, like we've discussed this DLC coming up before. It's got 4 new multiplayer maps, of course. It's got your zombie map.
Ooh,
And
I like that.
it's going to be coming. The pre-order for the DLC comes with a new theme for your PlayStation 4. And
I like it.
if you're watching the YouTube version of the show, it's right up on the screen right now. So yeah, it's Call of Duty DLC. There you go.
Delayed.
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 That doesn't happen too often, honestly. I've never
No,
actually heard of that.
I'm kind of shocked that actually happened.
Well, we have a lot of delays to talk about this week.
Yeah.
Because there was another delay.
Yes, and you're so butthurt over it. Yes, you are. Yes.
No, I'm not. I mean, I'm
I'm not
disappointed.
actually butthurt. I would rather them release it late than release a shitty game again.
Oh yeah.
Let's
definitely.
let's not bury the lead too much. So, Destiny 2, a game that was never actually announced, was delayed from September
Before the announcement.
2016.
Nice.
Yes, before the announcement of the game, which was probably going to be at this E3.
It probably still will be at E3. It probably shows some.
Yeah.
We just
Some
know it's not coming in September, like we had assumed, due to
I'm
the
guessing.
timeline that we had seen before.
I'm guessing somewhere around November-ish.
Year 2 is going to be year 4.
Well,
I mean, it's not surprising though that I think that they learned from their last time, so they want to make sure they have enough time to do it right. I
Well,
mean,
that's what I said. I'd rather them
Yeah.
release it late than release a shit quality game like they did with the first one.
Yeah.
So,
I wonder what they're gonna add in for content. I mean, it's getting pretty stale.
well,
we got Rift Banner coming this week, and
Yeah.
I'm intrigued because Rift is a game that you play with a team that you can speak to, because there's
Yeah.
one little motherfucker running around that's all shiny and glowy trying to get to your thing, and if you don't have a team that you can speak to, you're never gonna you never got a clue where the fuck he is. So
Yeah.
I think.
playing Banner during the week when your friends in America especially are at work or whatever is going to be a really shit thing for me to do, because I don't have a team other than you fucking
by the time I get out of work and everything, I'm not going to have like a full team of 6 to be able to go play how many hours of Rift. So I think your boy Severed might be skipping Iron Banner this week. Although I can tell you,
Maybe.
Lord Saladin, he's going to have the class item and the PlayStation class item at rank 3, the chest piece and the scout rifle, which I really wanted, at rank 4, and at rank 5, the fusion rifle. So who really cares about that? And
At like level 280.
yeah, great.
Yeah, woohoo!
Yeah, I actually, believe it or not, I popped Destiny in my console yesterday. I walked around the tower, I went to Xur, and I saw the 280 that he had, and I'm like, yeah, shut it off, took it out of my console.
Well, see, that's the thing about going to visit Xur. You don't visit Xur for what he's got. You don't visit him for his
You
inventory.
visit Xur for 3 of coins. That's what you visit Xur for.
3
I know,
coins and
I
heavy
thought
ammo
about-
synth.
I thought about picking those up, but you know what? I was walking around the tower, and I'm like, you know what? I really don't want to play this game by myself. So I
guys-
just shut it off.
and I just have this image of Mike's little guardian walking around, kicking rocks on the ground, going with his hands in his pocket, just like,
There's
"Would
a
you
can
get Charlie
slowly-
Brown? I got a rock."
There's a can slowly being kicked around
Yeah.
the tower.
You know what? We need to write Bungie, if you're listening, add some cans to kick while we're waiting on Destiny 2.
I did hear a rumor of a 3rd ball being added to the tower in February.
Whoa! And this one's gonna be a disco shape. That'd be cool.
Well, myself, Dredd, and Coley were so bored yesterday that we went to the reef, and there's a ball, a mechanical ball type of thing at the reef, and if you slide into it for long enough, it explodes. So
Yeah,
we made it
inside of a servitor.
we made it explode.
So,
Because-
That
Bungie,
thing's
if you're
awesome.
listening, I think the community is trying to tell you something, Bungie.
Yeah,
They
get
have
on
been-
board.
they have
wouldn't-
Well,
You guys
I'm
would be
hoping-
talking about the fact that you guys need more content in Destiny, because I can tell you there is more on the way.
well,
It's
I'm
coming.
hoping
Yeah,
that the next SRL is
man.
going to have more maps, more interesting awards. Than,
If we even get that back.
I tell you what, I've been having a lot of fun playing Battlefront lately.
well, I'm not surprised. Battlefront's a fun game. I just don't have it. Hey,
Well-
Mark, don't you want to send me your copy of Battlefront?
Absolutely not.
I
Before-
try.
Before we get off Destiny, we do have one more thing
Yeah.
to talk about that's happening.
Go ahead and talk about
It
it.
was-
We know what you want to talk about.
It was brought up in the weekly update this week because it's the first one of the year. Oh my god, there's news.
Hey guys, is Destiny broken? No! According to Destiny, it's not broken!
Alright, anyways, moving on from that. So, this February, on February 9th, Destiny will be adding a new event called Crimson Days to the tower and to the game, and I'm sure there's going to be a couple of quests that you have to do, and I'm
Guardians
sure
making out, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
there'll be brand new microtransactions, new dances and stuff,
Oh yeah.
and there's going to be a new game mode. Crimson Doubles.
Doubles.
Yeah.
That sounds
And-
like the name of a gay bar.
Oh wait, hold on. So, so you're telling me, okay, what's the difference?
I'm sorry, guys. Sorry.
Go ahead, Mike.
What's the difference between skirmish and 2v2, except minus 2 people?
Well, see, there's already a doubles playlist in the game, but apparently
Yeah, it is.
this Crimson Doubles is going to have some brand new mechanic that they won't tell us about.
Because they don't want you to be offended.
So
They're
stay
telling you
tuned
to-
next week for Bungie's weekly update,
Yeah.
where you will get offended by Bungie.
Yeah, most probably.
Well, I'm just
There we
a little
go.
bit disappointed in the whole weekly update thing. Anyway, off Destiny, let's go to Overwatch.
Okay,
Yeah, let's move on.
Overwatch.
Okay, well, it was announced just recently that because they were going to continue the Overwatch beta, which I signed up for. And by the way, Overwatch Blizzard, you haven't sent me anything back. Show me some love. For PC, I'm believing it's just for PC. They haven't mentioned anything about at this time a beta for consoles. But they were originally, it was supposed to have been in January this month. The beta would continue, the closed beta. Well, I guess they're adding a surprise game mode. They're not saying what it is because everybody's bitching about content in the beta, but it's a beta, so it's not going to have a lot of content. But anyway, they but due to some issues with the new game mode, they wanted to delay the beta until they made sure it was working correctly. Hey, more power to Blizzard there. They're actually trying to make something work before they put it out. So, you know,
Well, that's
Not
a
a lot
first,
else.
isn't it?
yeah, well, this game looks fun. I mean, I don't think it's going to be some mind-blowing game, but it looks like it's going to be a fun shooter with lots of entertaining characters. But, you know, I'm glad they're doing that. But so for all you Overwatch beta hardcores, you know, how many of there are you? Yep, it's delayed till sometime in February. So, big workup for not much info. But
More delays.
you know, yeah, more delays. But on the game itself, I mean, I am excited about it. Anybody who's seen gameplay footage knows that it looks fun. I mean, and it looks like it's going to have lots of fun content to destroy shit with.
So
And-
so far, not a good year so far.
No, lots of delays. Lots of delays. So, you know. But there are some positives. There's stuff coming out, you know. Do you want to put up the other thing?
We got the Left for Dead. No, Until Dawn DLC coming out soon. Hopefully that's not going to be fucking delayed either.
Nope. And put up the other thing that I sent you, Mike. That's coming out in March.
Man, you're bossy.
Come on. I just want, my stuff's not that exciting, so I want to get the people. Resident Evil 0, the remake. The original people behind it came back to remaster it. It'll be out. All it says is March is what I've seen. It's from the GameCube game remastered for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, Xbox One, PC. I looked at graphic comparison from the old to the new, and it looks good. Much better than the Resident Evil HD remake they just did. And if you're a Resident Evil fan, look forward to that. It looks exciting to me. I like Resident Evil. So
What's the cost for this, by the way?
I believe it was going. I think. Don't hold me to this. I would think it was like $39.99.
I did think I heard something about one of the developers of this game during an interview or something. He kind of alluded to the fact that maybe he was interested in remaking or remastering or whatever Resident Evil 2 as well. But
I've actually heard about that.
Nothing concrete. Nothing concrete.
But the guy behind it, make sure I don't butcher his name, so I have to look at it. Koji Oda, who he was the guy originally behind Resident Evil Zero, the director. He's the guy doing the remaster, and he brought all the people who did the game back so that it wasn't like they had some outsourced company to do it. Which props to them for that.
Yeah, that's cool.
So there's my exciting news. One delay to fit with the other delays, and one remastered, recycled game.
Great year so far, like I said.
Let me look through my delay folder, see what else we got here.
Well, that screen behind you, why do you got it up? Let the people know why you got that screen up.
Okay, I'll cover that real quick. Okay, so our astound Matt, leader of Hotspot Gamer, Slip Mike, calls me up and says, "Will, you got to play Evolve with me. You got to do this. You got to, man. I need somebody. I'm lonely. I'm so lonely. It's so cold in Hill Roller." I'm like, okay, all right. So I go get it and go through the 14.4 gigabyte upload or download after you put the game in. 14.4 gigs. Actually had to clear out some space on my PlayStation. Why? Finally get it loaded up, do a tutorial, which has the monster. I will admit, Mike is right about one thing. If you're the monster, it's probably a lot more fun because you're this big 12-foot tall monster that can evolve into an even bigger creature and eat animals, and that part's cool. But he gets us into a match, and we're sitting there waiting for matchmaking. Not happening because I think all 10 people other than us were asleep that play that game. And finally we go into a custom match, I guess is what it would be, or a private match, and start playing. Go through have a few. It was fun once you start getting down the game. Then who was that who joined us? Crazy Monkey?
Crazy Monkey. I think I met him in Call of Duty? Or something like that. I don't know.
No, it might have been Dying Light.
Oh, it was Dying Light. Okay, yeah.
Anyway, this kid joins, who apparently is a tryhard and nothing against your Crazy Monkey, but he's a tryhard in Evolve. He becomes the monster. So for the next 10-15 minutes when we're playing the match with him, we sit there and run around in circles trying to find him because he's hiding and camping, eating animals and evolving because that's how you evolve.
Well, you can't camp and hunt the animals. He was actually moving around. We couldn't find him.
But we were basically chasing. It was like freaking Benny Hill, I mean, just and running around.
Yeah, it was
like 10-15 minutes.
He was at the final stages of his evolution, and completely, we almost killed him. We almost got him at the end, but
well, anyway, and my eyeballs at that time were popping out of my head. My jaw was on the ground, and not in amazement, by the way, going, "Why, Mike? Why?"
So this all ends with you taking him off of your friends list, right?
No.
Because if I spent $15 and then I downloaded 14 gigs worth of bullshit to not even get into fucking matchmaking because nobody's playing the fucking game, I would say, you know what, Mike? I'm deleting you off of my friends list and kicking you from the chat party.
I think I redeemed it by saying, "Well, let's go play some Star Wars."
Yes, and we did I had a blast in that. But no, the good news is they do have the GameStop return in 9 days or 7 days, whatever, on a used game, for your money.
There's no excuses or apologies for that, Mike. I'm sorry.
I don't care what you think,
but no,
sir.
for the B-side pro tip of the week, don't buy Evolve. just walk away.
No matter
play-
how pretty the box looks, just turn
And
around.
for the
Don't
for
do
the
it.
crispy backup for the week, I agree
Yeah.
with B-side.
Yeah, go buy
Because-
like Until Dawn or something like that.
Yes.
You know, you'll have
Minecraft.
much more- Minecraft, yeah, Minecraft would actually be
Fucking hell,
viable.
Minecraft.
Would be a much more viable choice.
No.
I just bought Minecraft.
Actually-
I had a choice now, Mark. I had a choice. I could have bought Evolve for £1 or Minecraft for 50. I just bought Minecraft. Yeah.
Okay, so let's get out. But Mike, I still like you, and you did redeem yourself. We had a blast playing Star Wars. We were on Jakku, battling the Empire.
Oh, okay. Everyone knows Deus Ex. Yes, everyone knows. Everyone played Deus Ex.
Yes,
I did-
and I'm going to say this right now. Liam,
Yes.
what did we say about the pictures?
I sent large. I sent
What did we say
large.
about the
I
pictures?
sent large. God damn it!
I
Did I
even-
fuck it up again?
Example of an ass. Literally, a big ass picture. Okay.
Wait,
Okay,
hold on, let me go
okay,
get
okay.
my I gotta get my glasses. I can't.
Shut up, all you fucking people. Why are we all quiet when B-side's talking, but when I'm talking, everyone has to make a fucking noise? Jesus Christ.
Okay. Well, let's talk about it now.
Okay.
Pictures aside.
In 2011, Deus Ex Human Revolution was released, and this is the sequel to Human Evolution, which is Mankind Divided. You play as the same protagonist, following the events of 2027 in the previous game. Augmented people in the world are now separated from the general population. Jensen, your protagonist, now works for an Interpol-funded group known as the Task Force 29 that has been tasked with dealing with augmented terrorists that have risen up in response to the backlash. At the same time, he also works as an underground group called the Juggernaut Collective that fight to topple the secretive and manipulative Illuminati.
Damn
So-
Illuminati.
The choices Adam makes could very well change the entire world. But yes, this is a sequel to the 2011 Human Revolution. It looks amazing. I watched some pre-gameplay today. Its release date is set for 23rd of August 2016. And
Keeping in the
check it out.
theme, keeping in the theme with today, it was originally supposed to be released on February
Yes.
23rd and then delayed
Exactly.
6 months.
Thanks, Ben, for that, because that was my punchline. But fuck
Oh.
you, you bastard.
Hey, Liam, though, I will say this. The cool part with this game and games like this coming out, which have actually got me excited, was with Deus Ex coming out, you have that game Detroit with
Yes.
the androids. And then what's the other one? Cyberpunk 2077, which is another... I'm kind of excited. I like that direction some of these games are going. I've always liked the kind of Blade Runner theme stuff.
Futuristic stuff. I'm also really been down with
Yeah.
that sort of thing. So
And all these games coming out look really awesome, very sci-fi. So I'm excited
well,
about it.
Deus Ex, this Human Evolution, the gameplay.
Yeah.
I think they've changed it a bit from the previous version because it looks like it controls a lot better than it did. But
Well, we would hope in next-gen systems.
The gameplay in Deus Ex is really unique. It's not like any other game that I've
No, it's not. It is really unique, and it's fun and it's interesting and it's different from everything else we've played. The other thing I did want to talk about just briefly, because we're coming up upon which the PC beta is already happening at the moment, I believe, is The Division, the game which we all think is going to get pushed back from March release date.
Well,
At
it's
the
the
last
great, it's
minute.
the great delay anyway.
Yeah.
It's been pushed
I
back.
hope it doesn't
Okay.
get.
It's been pushed back, but now I'm going to be check out the website next weekend. I'm going to be writing an article on The Division with regards to all the delays and the reasons and why The Division could kill Destiny, because
Yes,
if
I
they
heard.
do this right, and this is just a bit of a spoiler for what I'm going to be writing on the website. If they do this right, the Division will kill Destiny.
It'll
Yeah,
kill
I
a lot of
did-
games. It'll
I
kill a
think
lot
so,
of
too.
games. It'll kill a lot of
Because
games.
because
that Sorry.
Destiny's not releasing anything of any value at the moment with content-wise, and the Division, the gameplay, the matchmaking, the PvP, and the storyline and everything. If it's everything that we hope it's going to be, having been delayed for what is it now, a year and a half?
Yeah.
If it's going to be anything like
fair enough.
I'm hoping it's going to be, it will kill Destiny
Or it could be like Watch Dogs.
entirely.
or
Or
it's gonna be
it's going to be a fuck up, and everyone's going to cry when they pre-ordered it for. Well, I think one of your guys' pre-orders in South Africa is what, going for 800 rand.
Yeah, it's 800 rand. The pre-order with the season pass is 1,199 rand.
What's that translate to in US?
Oh,
In US
Or pound.
or pounds. Let's see.
I don't know the rate on the Kugarin.
That's 51 pounds.
Oh, so about six. Yeah, that's normal price. Too.
Yeah.
normal pricing for us, yeah.
Um,
price.
You know what? I really think that if it does fail, you may see a building just implode on itself in a Ubisoft place somewhere. it may
Yeah.
literally just collapse into like
But-
Ant-Man shrunk down into infinity. You know, it's
I
just
think
gonna go.
this weekend I've watched a lot of recorded gameplay on the PC beta.
Yeah.
A lot. I've watched a lot of it, okay?
Yeah.
And I can tell you right now my feeling that this game is going to kill Destiny.
No, you can't say that because they were going to say that that Watch Dogs. I heard that Watch Dogs was going to kill Grand Theft Auto, and no, it didn't.
And
Oh,
it
and
didn't.
Titan. Oh, and
Yeah.
wait. And Titanfall was supposed to kill COD.
Yeah, but
And
neither
on
of
that
those
note-
games, neither of those games released betas though. So
Well, the thing is, the Division's going down the same path as Watch Dogs did. Now,
only in delays
Well-
at the moment, Mark.
Look, right now, Destiny, you can't kill Destiny because Destiny is kind of equated to a teenage cutter in a bathtub. It's
That's
bleeding
wrong.
itself out.
Yeah.
This is
Well,
true.
what
I do agree with you.
what I
Yes,
heard
sir.
about the gameplay for the Division,
I've seen some of it too. I like.
I heard it's going to play a lot like Destiny.
I mean,
Is
mostly
it
third
first?
person.
Wait, but it's
No.
third person, right? Not
It's
first.
Yeah,
Third
it's-
person.
That-
But
that's
you
the
can
big-
You can
Yeah, you
switch,
can
I believe.
only with snipers and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
Oh, so,
Yeah.
but regular. So, I mean, that's where it is going to be different in person and PvP. There's a huge difference playing PvP third person than there is in
Yes.
first person.
Well, you're
a
also
big
going to have a
difference.
place like the Tower too inside the Division.
Well, yeah, but I like PvP in Grand Theft Auto. So, I mean, you know, this game's kind of reminds me from some of the stuff I've seen of like GTA 5
Yeah.
meets the world of military.
It just looks so good, and I really hope that I'm not as disappointed in this game as I was
Yeah.
in Fallout 4.
But you know, and also.
Yeah.
I want to say this though. I do worry on the other thing with Ubisoft when we're on this. I'm not worried about the delays or anything, but they're releasing the Division, but they've also got Ghost Recon Wildlands coming out, and that's another
That
big
is-
ambitious game.
Yeah, that is. I think that still doesn't have a release date. As
No,
such.
no, but I just worry though that those games down the road could conflict because they're both.
and you
big
got Far
open-
Cry.
Yeah,
You got
and,
Far Cry
yeah,
4.
and Far Cry 4. Yeah,
Yeah, Far Cry Primal's going to be coming out soon.
Primal. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got a question, a big question for Mr. Andre here.
Yes.
I want to know when the hell is this game coming out?
Let it die. Jeez, I wish I knew.
It's got the greatest.
But
emblem
apparently,
ever.
apparently it's going to be a free-to-play game or
Okay, Hydra.
survival game.
Yeah.
Yes.
You do know that when you prepare for a podcast, usually you get the release dates as well. you know.
Yeah.
Stop busting
Look,
those
give
fucking
it-
balls.
But it just says 2016 though. That's it.
Guys,
That's all it says. 2016.
I know.
It doesn't
I
say
looked it up.
anything else.
I looked it up earlier when you wrote it in the chat. I looked it up and had a look as well. So
Hey,
This is coming from the guy that just reads wiki pages.
I don't anymore.
and
Okay.
by the way, guys, Hydra is our podcast noob, so we have to give him a little break.
Yeah, I'm still new, so.
Yeah,
So
we
what is-
got. We
I
actually
want
What
got
is
the
this
full
thing?
announcement.
I want
We
that
kinda-
emblem on a shirt, though. The Let It
What
Die.
is this?
That's awesome.
What is it? What is this game about, Hydra?
To me, it looks like it's gonna be a survival, almost like a fighting game, something similar to Mortal Kombat or something.
We did go.
but I
we
think
did go over this a while ago. I think Luke brought it up, and then he showed us some screenshots of it, and it kind of looks like an arena type.
yeah, and you
hack
jump
and slash.
in. So let's say to me it looks like it's going to be something like one player jumps in, fights against another player, then once that player's down, the other player jumps in and carries on. I don't know if the health is going to regen or what's going to happen, but I think it's going to be how long can you last kind of thing.
So it's a hack and slash survival type.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you do start the game off in your underwear, and that's all you get.
God
need to-
bless it. That's awesome.
You need to find. I guess you need to find your. All
You
your
know, and that's
equipment
what they're
stuff.
missing in the games these days is more underwear. You know.
More underwear, yeah.
We need more underwear, definitely.
I'm telling you, you know.
All right. So what we got up next, Benjamin?
I don't know. What do we have up next?
Speak of the devil.
Wow! What?
This
Did we not-
game.
How did that happen?
Oh my
Yeah.
God!
So, Ghost Recon Wildlands. Tell us a little bit more about that thing that we really don't know.
I think
There you
it's
go.
going to be basically a mixture between GTA, The Crew, and I don't know, probably those
Far
two
Cry.
games. Far Cry,
Well-
yeah. But
Well,
it's
the
going
crew
to be
was a
open
massive
land.
flop.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was a massive flop. Which is I
you
didn't
can
play that
say
much. I played the beta, but
Ghost Warrior, Sniper Ghost Warrior. I guess you can.
yeah.
I guess.
But apparently you can play the entire game solo if you want, or you can jump in with your mates whenever you want. And let's say we're busy playing a mission. Three mates playing a mission. It looks like you can still do your own thing while the mission's being carried out, in a way.
Okay.
So it looks interesting. I mean, it looks the whole concept behind it. I think it looks or is quite cool. It's an interesting concept.
It's definitely
and I think, yeah,
it's definitely a change from the original Ghost Recon. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
definitely a
huge
big
change.
change.
yeah.
So
I
it's
was
gonna
just
be-
so excited for it when they showed a trailer at E3 last year.
Yeah, I was
I know,
blown away by that trailer.
dude. I was like, oh my god, it's GTA with military. soldiers.
Mercenaries. Yeah, mercenaries.
Yeah,
That's what I thought as
Mercenary
well.
GTA.
That's what I thought as well. So yeah.
Which
Look,
is
it
not
looks
a bad
cool.
thing to bite off of GTA 5 because, I mean, design-wise and playability-wise, that game stood the test of time. Heck, I got a free copy given to me from somebody, and I've been playing the heck out of it. Love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be a good game. We've got there's a lot of pressure on the game developers this year because
Yeah.
there's not a hell of a lot, to be honest, that we have to look forward to. So the developers that are releasing these games have a lot of pressure on their backsides at the minute.
Yes, and quit promising us fucking games on a certain day and then taking that day away from us. Goddamn it! It's been happening for too fucking
Shut up,
long.
Mark.
I think we're
Fucking long.
I think we're going to call this the title of this podcast is going to be The Great Delay of 2016.
Yeah.
I just call it the big letdown.
Dude,
Yeah, big
we're gonna have gamers outside of development companies protesting, saying, "Stop lying to us."
Like I said, if some of these things actually fall through, you will see like buildings actually imploding into themselves. I think.
Well, I'll be watching E3 this year with bated breath because if there's any developers out there that are hiding big titles, well, not so much hiding, but developing big titles in secret, I really hope they are because let's be honest, look at the release list for this year.
Ain't good.
Ouch.
Not good.
Ouch.
I can't say what, but I do know that there is a company working on a fairly big title. I talked to Ben about it. I'll tell you guys after off air. But I mean that's a legitimate big title. So there are some good things in the works. There are some good things in the works.
That's what we hope for because we hope that there's things happening in the background that we are not privy to yet. And when we watch E3 this year, I hope that my jaw hits the floor in awe of what's coming in the later end of the year. Oh, I'm going to pull my pants down and piss all over my TV because,
What Liam wants is to be walking around with a pitch of the tent after seeing the E3
Well, I'll tell you too what.
Yes, I do. I want E3 to give me a massive fucking,
Yeah.
Okay, if there are any actually listening to our podcast, I need a good horror game this year. Please.
Oh God, yes.
I'm going through fucking withdrawals. You need to send
I'm
me a
with you,
horror
dude.
game.
I want something good. I mean, well, we did get. I mean, we had as of late we did have Until Dawn, which was it's a horror-ish game. I mean, it's supposed to be a horror game. It was much more interesting than a horror game, but
Right.
But we need a good scare. All I'm going to say is Kojima, for the love of God, PT. I don't care what you call it. For the love of God, I'm going to cry.
You know what's funny? You bring that up. I just wrote an article about PT and Allison Road today.
Well,
But-
there has been news of this past week about, well, not really news, but Mark Cerny, one of the main architects for the PlayStation 4, and he just started a Twitter account last week.
interesting.
Now he
That's
has
weird.
15.9 thousand followers on Twitter,
And how many? Oh, wait, how many weeks?
and he has. It's
What is
funny.
going on here?
Here's the funny part. He has tweeted a total of 3 times.
But he has this many followers.
All 3 of his tweets are pictures of him hanging out on a 10-day trip, a tech trip, if you will, with Hideo Kojima.
That
Wow.
motherfucker.
That would get your followers.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
One picture
Pretty
was
much.
him and Kojima at the studio where they did the motion capture for the Order 1886 and The Last of Us. One was a picture of Hideo Kojima sitting next to a computer screen with a face scan of his own face. And
I saw that one.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
and there was one other picture, I forget where that one was. But
Dude, okay, so that's the job for next podcast next week. We all have to get go to your local print store and get a full-size face of Hideo Kojima printed up. So we can all have him next to us on the podcast next week. Because apparently, if you have Hideo Kojima, I mean, you're just going to carry it around all week with you. You need to just walk around. Hey, I'm with this guy. I guarantee you, probably
Yeah.
doors will open up. All the hot clubs will be ready for you.
yeah, you just need a T-shirt that says
It's like-
"I'm with this guy" and an arrow.
The only thing you don't want to do, and this is nothing game related, but DJ Khaled, he's a big rap producer. For all those who didn't know, he decided to show off that he got the American Express Black Card. Well, he took a picture of him holding his American Express Black Card in front of him. And put it
That
on
was fucking
Facebook.
retarded.
Yeah, and then I think minutes after he put the picture up, he was missing $30,000 out of his account. So
Wow.
all I gotta say is, stupid people must die.
I think
Oh
I
Oh my god.
I'm
Yeah.
with Kojima. That's all
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I'm with
say.
Kojima. Yeah, that's right. We need shirts that say that with his face on the back.
Absolutely.
Hey Ben, let's go to PAX East with shirts that just say "I'm with Kojima."
No, you guys need to get a cutout, like a full-size cutout of him, and actually walk in with that.
Well, I was when I was writing my article about PT and Allison Road. I took something that Andre was talking about there in our Facebook Messenger feed. If you are still waiting for that horror game to come out, go buy Layers of Fear. Okay, it's $12.99 on Steam. Go pick it up.
Okay.
Go download it. Play it. Scare the crap out of you. Has the same gameplay as PT and Allison Road, but it doesn't have the graphics that those two games have.
Well, they're not for $12.99. They wouldn't be. They go broke.
Well, no, the graphics aren't that bad. It's just it's not graphically impressive like Allison Road and PT. It's not.
Right.
Just not there.
Oh, by the way, though, but Mike, we do have. I talked about it the other a couple podcasts ago. Perception. That could be a promise. That's a promising start.
Yeah, but it doesn't look that scary.
I don't know. We'll see.
I don't care about any of these fucking games because
Well,
I
I
don't
know.
do horror games.
No, Ben.
Oh, you
Well,
should.
no, Ben, we're
watch
gonna
that
have you
horror
when
game.
Perception
Just
comes
sit there.
out. I want you to play a. We got to do a reaction cam
Dude,
of you playing
Ben will
Perception.
be a YouTube. Listen. Ben will be a YouTube sensation if you sat him down
Yeah,
in a room, had him play a horror game, and just sat a camera next to him and just watched him play. Everybody would love it.
Mike, when the next good horror game comes out, we got to set up, or even make him replay PT. He still has it. Set up your night vision camera, get him in a dark room, like where he's broadcasting from, playing
dude,
PT.
When we first
it would
played
be
PT,
comedy gold.
when me and Ben first
Yeah.
started playing PT, we were at the bar, and all the lights were on, mind you. Ben was there just playing, and he was getting so scared, even though all the lights were on. There was people in the room with him, and he was just there sitting in front of his TV. And he was
That
still
bitch
getting
was
scared.
fucking scary, dude.
And then he goes into the bathroom and goes, "What the fuck is that thing in the sink?"
Hey,
No. Hold on. I thought that the abortion in the sink was funny.
I kind of look like a turkey.
It did.
It looked like a turkey baby to me, but with a human head. But
Anyways, let's talk about enough talking about that. Let's talk about
get
these.
even.
What is
This
get
game.
even?
Yeah, what is that?
So apparently this is going to be a first-person shooter game. Not
All
much
right.
detail about it yet. But apparently they're going to use photorealistic textures in the game. So it's going to be a really, really pretty game.
Is this going to be a PC release only, or?
I think it's going to be on all of them. Xbox, PC, and PlayStation.
I'm guessing PlayStation VR.
Yeah, it's they definitely are working in VR into the game, which is awesome. But other than that, I don't know much detail. I've seen little snippets of gameplay. That's how I know it's first person. Other than that, not much details about it.
Okay, so we don't know
And
what
it
the game
looks
is about.
interesting.
This
Sorry.
this kind of shit is kind of what worries me about this year in gaming.
All this,
Yeah.
all this like smoke and mirrors.
Well,
Yeah.
no, not only
Yeah.
that. I mean, if you look at the release list so far for this year, I mean, there's a couple of good ones. Of course, you're going to have your yearly titles that you have every year. You can get your the goddamn sports games are going to come out. Surprise! There might be a new Call of Duty this year.
There will be. There will be.
But then, apart from that, with the PlayStation VR, Oculus Rift, all these VR headsets coming out, a lot of effort is going towards putting something on those platforms because they're brand new. So, I mean, I'm not going to be an early adopter into VR.
No one should be,
Yeah.
except for
Yeah.
people who have a lot of expendable income.
And-
I would
and-
say that.
Yeah,
I can
that's
tell you
fucking true.
the only people that are going to buy this PlayStation VR are people that actually used it already.
Because, well, no. I just want to say this. Face the fact. PlayStation knows this.
Oh yeah,
They are
PlayStation
terrible
knows
at
it.
support for new products.
Well, PlayStation
No, they're
knows
terrible
it's
at
gonna
supporting new products too.
Well, that's what I'm worried about with PlayStation VR in particular. But PlayStation knows that it's not going to be. It's going to be a slow burn. Oculus knows that VR thing is going to be a slow burn. It's not. 2016 is not going to be the year where everybody puts on a fucking headset.
No.
It's going to
No,
be
I
the
don't
year
think so.
after, or
I
the
don't
year
think
after
so.
that, like year 2 or
Mm.
3 into VR. That's when it's really going to become prominent because it's going to get cheaper. But at the same
because
time,
that is-
my whole point would be, you know, a lot of this development resources right now are going to, are getting put into stuff specifically for VR,
Right.
which is killing the rest of the lists for the year.
Well, yeah, and that's where, like you said, with Call of Duty, where you don't have to worry about them because their game's not anywhere in the near future going to be even considered for VR because the
No,
type of gameplay wouldn't work with VR at this point. I mean, VR is going to have to be a lot more advanced before they could put a game like that on VR.
No, and playing a game like Call of Duty in VR, you have to relearn how to play the game. I mean,
that,
you're,
Completely,
you might be
yeah.
breaking.
You-
You
you're
have to be
right.
strapped down to something so you don't break stuff.
your right stick is just going to be gone. Like, you can't use your right stick anymore. You use the
Yeah.
left stick to move, and then your head is your right stick.
Yeah.
So that
It's gonna
That
be weird
and,
doing that,
and,
though.
no, and right
Different.
now with the current system, the 60 frame per second type gameplay, you
You
would
have
get,
motion sickness.
oh
Yeah.
my god.
yeah.
I mean, because I've done some of the older VR, and even that stuff, you got like a vertigo feeling after
Mhm.
a little bit, and everybody I've read said that on a lot of those more motion-based games, that they didn't all just get sick, but they all definitely started to get after playing too long, you'd start to get that kind of sweaty feeling, you know, of like sitting in the back of a car if you've ever got motion sickness. So
I want to play kitchen.
I want to play. Well, I mean, dude. I'm not going to lie. I want to play Office Simulator. You know, who doesn't want to sit there and eat donuts and write papers up?
hey, Mike, maybe they'll have it at PAX.
Ooh.
They probably will. They probably will.
Maybe.
All those games, you know, and the horror games, horror will go great with the VR. That stuff's gonna
Oh,
be.
yeah.
I mean, of course, like, again, you might want to strap yourself to a chair because, I mean, I'm afraid you might throw something and break stuff.
Well, there's this one game that you're a scuba diver and you go down in a tank like a cage and then there's like sharks.
You're in a shark tank.
I will never do that. I will have a heart attack in my living room.
Really?
because I'm completely terrified of the ocean. Okay,
Oh,
and
yeah,
you're gonna
that's
put me in a VR game of this shit?
Oh no! Okay, no. All right, Mike, you've sealed your fate, man. When VR is available to us, you will totally be
So
in the
no,
shark.
no.
Okay, Mike, I will make you a deal. The day that you do that is the day that I put a reaction cam on myself and play PT on YouTube.
Oh,
No, absolutely not, because there is no equal there. No,
no. Actually, there is. We'll put whatever the most scary at the time VR game. We'll make Ben play it because that would.
No,
be
do you know what's equally
No,
as scary as putting me in that VR game?
What?
Is if you put Ben in a VR porn and have him look behind him and see a big black guy butt fucking him. Okay, I would consider that okay.
Okay, wait.
If you want to get me in VR
We've
world,
lost
Ben-
Ben.
Shark Tank,
Okay.
Ben just left.
We've lost Ben.
Hold on.
Ben is gonna have
Let me
to
reel-
do VR
let me reel
porn
this
with
back in.
Bubba,
Let me
okay?
reel this. Let me reel this. Let me reel this back in, guys. Okay, we have gone way off. Suffice it to say that the PlayStation, the VR revolution is coming. Don't buy the hype right now. Don't be an early
No.
adopter unless you have disposable
Yeah.
income. If you've got plenty of money where you could drop $500 and like that would be like spending $20 to you, more power to you. Absolutely.
Yeah, dude, if you're rich enough that you can buy a fucking $1,500 setup for
Yeah.
your Oculus Rift
Yeah.
and also get PlayStation VR, do me a favor, call me up, invite me over to your house. I'll be there within like 10 minutes.
Well, and once
Because
those
I'm not buying it.
Once those systems come out, I have a feeling there will be demos like at places like Best Buy and stuff
Yeah.
over here, or whatever electronic centers in Europe and in South Africa. I'm sure there will be places where you can try it because
Well-
they're gonna have to have demos for people. I mean, I don't see really at first anybody stupid enough to buy it without even trying it. Hopefully not.
Well, yeah, they have to. They have to, like, as you would
what is
probably
it-
say, do something like the mall tour, you know?
Well, and I already heard because I'll be going to at least for sure going to Comic-Con, and they're going to have VR demos this year. I know for a fact, so
Yeah.
I'll be able to try it then myself.
All right. So what is this Adrift bullshit?
Yeah.
Adrift.
Oh,
Okay,
sweet.
basically it's going to
This is
be
cool.
a open environment exploring game.
Yeah.
You're gonna be Commander Alex Oshima.
Wow, you just pictured
yeah.
that name,
Mike,
dude.
Yeah, I put it in completely.
Mike, isolate that clip.
Apparently, yeah, isolate.
I'm gonna have to bring back. I'm gonna have to bring back the sound effects for him.
So
That was great.
basically, it's going to be in zero gravity. So you're gonna explore a wreckage of in space, zero gravity, and you obviously gonna find puzzles or find recordings, and then listen to those recordings and find the next area you have to go to.
Wait, was this
what-
the game that was presented last year that gave the trailer gave people anxiety?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that is
No, this
it.
is yeah. This is that where you get This is where you get like lost, like in your start out in a space station.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in a space station to start. They were just talking about this game on VR, how they're still got some fine tuning to do. So
Yeah. The thing that I do want to know about this game, is there going to be a PvP aspect to it? Fighting player versus player in zero gravity would be quite cool. That's what I want to know.
probably not.
I think it's just going to be a
Probably
single
not.
player type of game.
Yeah.
Everything I've heard about it sounds like it's going to be more of a stress monster game, a Lost in Space version of Five Nights at Freddy's. So
Well, No Man's Sky is going to be multiplayer.
yeah, well, No Man's Sky will be, but that's a whole different kind of
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
Yeah, that's way different.
I'm gonna fucking make a planet just like Ben's and call it Benzanus,
Whoa!
and
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna have little.
So,
Wait, do I
Dust
see
514. Yes.
Yeah, I played.
Okay,
that.
so yeah, on PlayStation 3, it was a free-to-play game on
Yeah.
PlayStation 3.
It was the extension of.
Eve Online. So
Yeah.
basically, you could call in aerial strikes to people playing Eve Online on PC. So then they'll come around with their ship and support you with an aerial strike, which is awesome. It was difficult to get into. There was microtransactions,
Really bad.
and that kind of sucked.
Kind of like Warframe.
apparently,
Warframe.
apparently
Warframe.
they're redeveloping the game for PS4. I'm not 100% sure if the source is reliable, but it seems like it is, but not sure. It was just something that I read this week, that it might be developed for PS4, which is interesting.
That I think that might actually be a better fit for it.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it was way before its time when it came out. Graphics were great, but the gameplay was very stuck. Also, they developed it on Unreal Engine 3. So,
Wait,
Okay.
this was developed on Unreal Engine 3?
yeah,
Why?
I don't know.
If
I
4 is...
have no idea.
Wait, didn't another game do the same thing? I believe it was Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh.
Don't invoke that name on this podcast.
You are not allowed to say that name on this podcast, Mark.
Well, I'm just stating that Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 used Unreal
And he
Engine.
said it again.
When?
Hold on, hold on,
Unreal
guys.
Engine
Wait. Hold on.
Oh God, not again.
I know that was deserving. Come on.
Will's back in force.
No, just for that. I don't even want to get into that. Oh, hey guys, I just found out something. This is actually breaking news. Someone else broke it, so I can talk about it. I had found out. I heard some information, and and now there is no release date, but I can tell everybody because it's already on the internet. As of January 23rd, Red Dead Redemption 2 has been confirmed, but there's no official release date.
Yeah!
That's awesome.
I knew something about this, but I couldn't say anything. But now that someone else has broken it, fuck it.
Just as long as you don't say who told you.
I don't know who. I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Nothing.
Nobody.
Hey, what's that shadow behind you, Will? Is that a couple of men in suits?
They've come to take you away.
All right, well,
damn.
I guess we'll wrap it up at this point.
Okay.
What have we learned today? Games get
Everything's delayed.
Everything's
get
delayed. Even
Yeah.
Red Dead. Red Dead 2 delayed 2.
We've
Well, no,
learned
actually,
that
Red Dead
games
2
get
is
delayed all the time.
Red Dead.
Andre is
Yeah.
a keeper with that stuttering.
Yeah,
Now remember, Andre, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper.
And also, if you want another exercise, lion face, ha, lemon face, ooh, lion face,
Yeah.
ha, lemon face.
red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry.
All right, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back.
All right. So Ben, take us
Right.
to the promised land.
All right, well,
So,
this has been what?
I'm going to talk about midget porn for a second because I'm
All
gonna...
right, well, this has been the Hotspot Gamer podcast for this week. You can check us out on Facebook. Just look up
Rat
Hotspot Gamer. You can check us out over on Twitter at HS Gamer Reviews.
Scandinavian Norway.
Yeah, just
Vermin problems covering the.
I'll stop. Don't mute me.
Can I finish? Can I finish?
Yes.
Okay. At HS Gamer Reviews on Twitter. You can catch me over on Twitter at BenK7, B-side at B-side_23, Liam at Liam Finnegan 7, and Andre at, is it Hydra or Andre Hydra?
Hydra.
At Hydra. That's
Hydra.
Hydra. Hydra.
Hydra.
Hail Hydra.
Heydra.
Hail Hydra!
Hail Hydra.
But yeah, this has been, no, I didn't do the Facebook or any of that shit, did I?
Nope, you didn't even mention the website, goddammit.
Oh, www.hotspotgamer.com is the website. You can go there for all the news and reviews and all that bullshit. Check us out over there. You can find us over on Facebook. Just look up Hotspot Gamer. Same thing with YouTube. Just look up Hotspot Gamer. We're there. Sign up for the website for free shit.
What is that weird music playing?
I don't know. Sign up
I
for the
don't hear
website
anything.
for free shit. You can also sign up for a nominal fee for our raffle that we'll be having in April.
You just call it a raffle.
You're a raffle, really.
It's a lotto.
A lotto, raffle,
Okay,
whatever.
we apologize for Ben, people. He is delayed.
And so the other announcement.
I'm not
was-
coming out until August 2017, man.
Liam, you heard about the renovations in the Great Wall of China, right?
Yeah, man.
Anyways, this has been the
I'm so
Hotspot Gamer
confused.
podcast for this week. You guys have a great week and keep on gaming.
Peace.